Hey everybody, so I am Reema from the Alignment Academy, and we are back today with another video. We're going to be talking about knowing your self-worth, just knowing how valuable you are in today's society. We're going to be talking about desperation a little bit and why desperation is such a dangerous place to be. And, just a little bit about me before we even get into it. So, of course, I'm Reema, and I help guide women who feel stuck and overwhelmed and burnt out and overworked. I absolutely help them transform into their best life, their most peaceful lives, their most joyful lives, their most abundant lives, because that is absolutely what women deserve. We deserve to live our best life, and that starts with first knowing your worth. Knowing that you are so valuable, knowing that you are so worthy because you exist. So what kind of triggered this video was that if you're watching this is in January 2024. No, it's February 2024. What am I talking about? And it's just so many things going on TikTok right now with this series and the Who Did I Get Married and all of this craziness. And to be transparent, I didn't watch all of it because I just don't have it in me, but I did watch a summary. And what's coming up for me is that being in a place of desperation is really, really dangerous, especially as a woman. And this doesn't even just mean for dating. This means in every realm of your life. This means being desperate for money, being desperate for men, being desperate for jobs, being desperate for friends. If you are in a place of desperation, it really means that you forgot who you are. Like, you truly forgot who you are on the inside. You forgot how much of a powerful being you are. You forgot how, God created you. You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are worthy because you exist. Like, you forgot your divinity. You forgot who you are, and now you are out here desperate, accepting crumbs. Accepting crumbs. So I want to talk about a time where I was desperate a little bit. And this was over a decade ago. So this is when I was just starting my career, and I was living in New York City, and in college, I interned a little bit in the music industry, and post-college, I worked a little bit in the music industry. But before I got my first job, I got an opportunity to be a celebrity assistant. So some girls I used to intern with, they called me and they were like, hey, one of our artists, they need a new assistant. We think you and the artist would vibe, you should go for it. So I went for it, and I started interviewing, with kind of people on his team, people at the label, all this stuff. And then it came time for me to interview with the actual artist. And y'all, I completely self-sabotage this opportunity. And looking back, maybe that was a good thing, because I would probably honestly suck so bad at this type of job. I literally would be the worst person ever to ever do it. But I was so desperate and so thirsty for the opportunity. It was gross. I literally choked the opportunity. I choked the life out of the opportunity. So, of course, when it comes to meeting with the final person, the artist, is on their timeline. Who knows when they're traveling? Who knows what they're doing? Who knows? If it takes 4 months maybe to even meet with them and interview with them, that's what it is. And y'all, I just did not I was so thirsty. I couldn't trust, and I couldn't kind of just surrender to the timeline of it. It's I needed everything to happen on my timeline. I was bugging the woman, following up too much. There's a line between being persistent and then being gross, grossly, too eager, gross, desperate. It just feels so nasty. It feels like you have something beautiful in front of you and you just want to choke all the life out of it because you're still desperate. So And this was over a decade ago, so I don't remember, like every single thing, but I do remember I choked the life out of the opportunity to the point where the girl was like, listen, I don't think you're going to be a good fit because you're bugging us, you're bugging me too much. Like the thirsty energy was just so nasty. And looking at that thirsty, desperate energy, like there's so many people today who have that within some part of their life. And this is just really not a good place for any woman to be. This puts you in just a bad position in general. And not only does it put you in a bad position, it puts you in a dangerous position because other people can really take advantage of you when they sense that you're thirsty. And I know that my story that I'm talking about isn't about, dating, but I feel like the same energy translates to dating. If you were dating healthy people in a sense that you're really, really thirsty and desperate, maybe you're desperate to get married or desperate to be in a relationship or desperate to have kids, and you'll lower your standards or just kind of just do anything because you forgot who you are. Healthy people will sense that and it will repel them. They will literally run for the hills, just like the girl ran for the hills from me. It's the same thing. And what that will also do is attract the unhealthy people. The unhealthy people, just like the woman in that TikTok series, they will see it. And again, I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't have it in me, but I watched the summary. But the unhealthy people will see it as an opportunity. It's like your prey. It's like being surrounded by hyenas who like see you as prey and are ready to attack. But it's weird because when you're in the middle of the hyenas, a part of you is consenting to this type of behavior because you're so desperate for love and for attention and for someone to validate you and for you to have this like false sense of security, and it's not even real, it's fake. And if you feel like you are desperate in any part of your life, I really, really, really advise you, all of those things that you want from someone else, if you want love from someone else, if you want validation from someone else, if you want some sense of security from someone else, give that to yourself. Like all that energy that you're channeling into other places, into other people, searching for something outside of you, first of all, it lives inside of you. It never lives outside of you. Go within, work on yourself, and learn how to love yourself. Learn how to validate yourself. Learn how to feel safe in your body. And it's like after that, it's magic because you won't feel desperate anymore, and you'll attract all of the right people who really value you in a more healthy way. So I really hope that this resonates with somebody. This is a quick video, but I just wanted to get on here because I woke up and that whole everything that's happening on social media right now was on my mind. But I just think it's so important to really just know that all of these things live inside of you first and foremost. Seek that within yourself. Never reach outside. And when you're reaching outside, it's almost like there's this carrot dangling in front of you that you can never really get. You can never really catch it because it never lives outside of you. It always lives within you. So pour all of that energy back into yourself, back into your health, back into your wealth, back into your self-love, and watch everything unfold the way it truly could versus coming from a place of desperation. So I hope this message resonates with someone, and I definitely have a course that I think really complements everything I'm saying. It's all about reprogramming your subconscious mind. The program is called Destroying Your Limiting Beliefs, and I'll link that down below. I feel like this, oh my gosh, it's just such a perfect alignment because this one is all about digging deep within your subconscious mind and finding all of the limiting beliefs that were programmed in you at a young age that really might be getting in the way of you living your best life now. For example, if we are talking about dating and relationship, let's say that's something that you want to call in, but you have this limiting belief that was programmed when you were 6 years old about how unworthy you are and that you'll be unworthy forever. And that's getting in the way of you calling in this, beautiful divine partnership, because that block is there, and that's, you can't really attract the type of healthy people that you want to attract. So sometimes you got to dig to the root of the house, go real deep, pull out that weed, get that limiting belief out and replace it with something else that actually does serve you. So I give a step-by-step process in this course. And of course you have lifetime access. It's a really, really potent course. It's a masterclass. So I'll link that below, and I hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.